Welcome back. Are you struggling with projecting self-confidence on the outside? Do you want to learn how to appear to be more confident in front of others? Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you some tips on how to project self-confidence on the outside. These tips will help you feel more confident and comfortable in your own skin and help you make a positive impression on others. In the last video, we really talked about gaining more self-confidence on the inside, and that is where I believe it starts. So today we are kind of getting to a point where we're talking about how to fake it till you make it, so anybody can do this. So let's talk about 5 tips for improving your self-confidence really on the outside. Projecting self-confidence is what I mean here. Stay tuned to the very end because I have a little bonus tip to share with you. So let's get into it. All right, tip number 1 is to dress for success. So when I think about the fact that most of the times I can work from home, I have an office at home, and I might wake up and just keep on my workout clothes and just roll with the punches. But if I choose to make that decision to go in and get ready for the day and try to feel my best, then I am just going to feel more confident. It is something that's from the outside and kind of, I guess you could think of it as a little bit of vain, but really, if you feel good from the outside, then you're going to feel good on the inside too. So that goes along with trying to really continue to work on yourself, work on your image, work on trying to work out and get as strong as you can and just work on your body. These are all great things that you can be adding to your life and your routines to make everything come together, including projecting that self-confidence. So really dressing for success is something that I highly recommend. Even if you don't feel like you have to go anywhere that entire day, get up, get yourself ready, get dressed, take a shower, feel good on the outside, and you're going to feel good on the inside as well. All right, tip number 2 is really something that I'm doing right now. It's something that I've had to work on for a long time. I specifically remember years ago, I was actually a cheerleading coach, yes, believe it or not, and I had to sit on bleachers during the entire game. Obviously, there's no back to the bleachers, so I really wanted to make sure that I was sitting up straight and working on my posture. Now, this is something that can really help you to seem assertive. Just feel like you are a person who has a lot of self-confidence. I mean, if you think about going like this, if you're slouched over all the time, which is something that we kind of naturally do a lot. I kind of had an issue with that for a while and had to get my back fixed. And then I had to really work on my posture. Then it is something that will really project that self-confidence. My advice for you is to roll your shoulders back as much as possible. Just stick out your chest a little bit. I have heard people say to imagine as if there is a string holding up your head at the top. And I have an awesome little tip that has been working really well for us. So we go to Five Below to get gifts, little presents, toys for our kids sometimes. Brady, my husband, found this there. I know it looks like some kind of weird contraption, but this sucker works. So what happens is you push this button, okay, and it will beep at you every time your posture is going down. Now, sometimes I just wear it around kind of like so, and then it really pulls your shoulders back. And after a while, your muscles get more and more used to feeling this way all the time and wanting to have your shoulders back, have your head sticking straight up, looking forward. Another thing really is to work on your eye contact. So I know this is kind of hard to do and it can be a little bit intimidating, but if you focus on just maybe looking at a person's like their one eye, then this might work a little bit better for you. But if you focus on giving people eye contact, it comes off as a very confident skill. So work on that eye contact as well as having good posture. Now, I suggest getting one of these. Got it from Five Below, but I'm sure you can get on Amazon as well. But it will just train your muscles to start putting your shoulders back and have good posture. I mean, look at how much more confident I look with my shoulders back. All right, I am continually working on my posture now that we're talking about it. See, all of this talking about all of these things are really a way to like continually remind yourself that I need to do these things. You know these things already, but you just kind of forget. Moving on. Tip number 3 is to speak as clearly and confidently as possible. when you're talking to others. You really want to try to practice and work on filtering out words like and try to maybe speak at a more moderate pace that might help you with speaking more clearly and confidently. Now, one of the only ways to really get to this point is to practice. The more you practice speaking all the time, the better you get at it. As with everything, when we practice at things, we get better at it. So tip number 3 is to just speak clearly. And you can practice these things when you're at home. Why not? You can practice in front of a camera, as I am doing now. But once you are able to speak clearly and confidently, it really radiates and comes off as a very confident person, and it will just be easier to talk to other people. People will see that from you, and you will just radiate off that charisma, and people will be drawn to you as you speak clearly. Another thing that I might suggest is to smile. Smile as much as possible, because no matter what, you look like a person that might want to be approached. And people that want to be approached are very confident people. So sneak a smile in there as well. But tip number 3 is to speak clearly. All right, tip number 4 is prepare for social situations. If you know that you're going into a social situation and you might know what the topic might be about, might I suggest, this sounds a little bit strange, but get in front of a mirror and really practice on how you might approach that conversation. What might the conversation go like? The more prepared you are for really anything, the more confident you are. If you refer back to my last video about confidence as well, you will see that I put in a tip there that says knowledge, and knowledge is power. And the more you know about something, the easier it is to really just talk and talk and talk about whatever it is that you're trying to talk about. And that makes you more confident. Maybe grab a friend and practice. Just let them know that you just want to feel more confident about something, and you just want to practice having those conversations. What might it be like? What might it sound like? What questions might come up in those social situations? And again, the more and more you practice with anything, confidence will naturally follow along. So that is my hack for you, to practice for those social situations. Okay, and my tip number 5, this kind of all goes back to getting back to the inside first, and that's really where it starts. But all of these outside things are easy things that we can really do to project that confidence on the outside and not really fake it till you make it, but that's kind of what you're doing, because these are easy things that you can physically actually do to improve your self-confidence. But tip number 5 is to believe in yourself. The most important thing to projecting self-confidence is on the outside is to believe in yourself. Remember that you are capable and you are worthy, and everybody has something valuable to offer to the world. If you need reminding of that and you need help to continue to understand that, might I suggest doing some kind of affirmations every day. I know it sounds silly, but trust me, it works. I've been doing it for a long time. And giving yourself affirmations that you are capable, that your success is inevitable, will truly help you with your confidence over time. It might not be something that happens overnight, really, because it is something that you really have to practice on. The more and more you practice on all of these things that you're trying to get better at, the better you will get at it, and the more comfortable you will feel. Feeling comfortable about any situation naturally projects confidence. So remember that you have something valuable to offer to the world. So make sure that you believe in yourself. All right, I'm going to add a bonus tip in here as well. The bonus tip is a handshake. I don't know if you ever had these kind of lessons when you were in high school, but when we were in high school, we were actually taught that you're supposed to have a nice, firm handshake. When you are meeting somebody, a limp, dead fish, that's what they call it, a dead fish handshake is not going to do you any favors. When people see that you have a nice, firm handshake, and this is something that I'm teaching my children every single day, they feel that you're a confident person and you are good with yourself, because really all confidence comes from is you feeling good with yourself. Doesn't matter what anybody else thinks about anything, but if you're feeling good with yourself, then you naturally have confidence. So practice on a nice, firm handshake as well. If you are able to follow some of these tips and get to a point where you are confident on the outside and feeling more comfortable at all times, and practice, 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 then you will naturally be more confident and your life is going to be better. You're going to be living a better life. You're just going to have more opportunities. Everything is going to come your way because people want to work and be with confident people who have that natural, great charisma as well. If you would like some more tips on being confident, check out this other video that I made about really working on your confidence on the inside, where it starts. Thank you so much for sticking around. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and join me for the next one. Hit that bell button, the bell, so that you never miss another video with me. Okay, thanks for joining. Have a good one.